If your counter is already covered with stuff before you even start cooking, the problem isn't your kitchen. It's that everything you own is fighting for the same 6 square feet. I tested 7 Amazon gadgets built specifically for kitchens with 0 counter space to spare. Some are wall-mounted, some fold flat, one lives inside your cabinet where you'd never think to look. Here's what actually earned a permanent spot in my kitchen, and what I'd skip. Gadget 1. Over-the-sink dish drying rack. You know that dish rack that eats an entire section of your counter every single day? You've probably shoved it aside 100 times just to get cutting board space back. This one skips the counter completely. It sits directly over your sink on 2 tiers, so wet dishes drain where the water's already going instead of pooling on your countertop. In a tiny kitchen, that's not a small win. That's your whole prep space back. Gadget 2. No-drill, wall-mounted utensil rack. Most people don't realize how much space pot lids alone take up in a cabinet. You end up with a drawer you can't close or a stack that falls over every time you grab the bottom one. This rack mounts to your wall with adhesive strips. No drilling, so it works even if you're renting, and suddenly your lids, spatulas, and tongs are hanging in the open instead of buried somewhere. Gadget 3. Nested utensil set with slim storage stand. This is one of those tools that looks like nothing special in the box. It's 5 kitchen tools that nest directly into each other on a slim vertical stand. Instead of 5 items spread across a drawer or a crowded utensil crock on your counter, it's one 2-inch wide footprint. Gadget 4. Spring tension rods for cabinets. Here's a problem you've definitely had. Pans stacked on top of each other and you need the one on the bottom. These tension rods wedge into your existing cabinet and create an instant second shelf. No tools, no mounting hardware. It's the cheapest gadget on this list and honestly, one of the most useful. Gadget 5. Collapsible dish rack. This is the one I was most skeptical about. A dish rack that folds flat sounds like it'll fall apart in a month, but it held up through actual daily use. It folds down to under 2 inches when you're done, so it's not a permanent counter fixture. It's something you pull out only when you need it. Gadget 6. Wall-mounted spice rack. Spice bottles are sneaky counter hogs. Individually, they're small, but 10 of them together take up more room than people expect. Mounting them to the wall next to your stove keeps them visible and accessible, and it's real counter space back. Not just technically off the counter, but actually gone. Last one. This is small, it's cheap, and it stacks vertically with removable drawers, so loose packets and tea bags stop colonizing a corner of your counter one packet at a time. None of these require you to renovate or spend real money. Every one of them is under $25, and most are under $15. If your kitchen feels impossible to organize, it's not more counter space you need, it's using the space you're not using yet. Which one of these would actually solve a problem in your kitchen? Let me know and I'll test more of these tiny kitchen fixes next.